Good morning, boys and girls. We are starting our last unit of the year today, and this last unit is labeled Fables, Folktales, and Myths. You have just watched a video that is kind of giving you a little reminder about what a fable, folktale, or myth is. You all have seen these stories since you are very, very young kids. You have listened to, especially folktales and fables, since you are a very small child. Today we're going to be focusing on the moral or the lesson that is learned. We have already focused a little bit on that at the beginning of the year. And so I want to remind you that when you talk about the moral of a story, you are talking about the central message that anyone can learn from this story. It is not specific. Remember, it will not say a character's name, or if it's a fable, it won't say the type of animal. It's going to give a life lesson that anyone could learn from this story, not specific just to this story. Okay, so we're going to read The Ant and the Dove, and it says, an ant went to the river to quench his thirst, but the rush of the water carried him away. The ant struggled to save his life. A dove sitting on a tree overhanging the water saw him and immediately took a tree branch and let it fall close to the ant. The ant climbed on it and thus was safe from drowning. A few days later, a hunter came and pointed the gun at the dove who was sitting in the same tree. The ant happened to be nearby, and perceiving the hunter's intentions, stung him in the foot. The pain made the hunter miss his aim, while the shot startled the dove and made her fly away. So when we're thinking of the moral of this story, I want you to think about how the story begins, and the ant is in trouble. And after the ant is in trouble, the dove helps him. Then a few days later, the dove is in trouble, and the ant helps him in return. So in retelling that story in a very simplistic, lined out thing, I'm thinking that it's going to have to do with someone helping someone else, because both characters were helped by the opposite character. So is the moral A, always speak the truth? No, I don't think there was any untruthful speaking here. If you help others, they may help you in return. That could be possible. Or always love yourself first. And there wasn't anything about thinking of yourself first or loving yourself first here. If you help others, they may help you in return. So at the beginning, the ant is helped by the dove, and then later, the dove is helped by the ant. So I believe it's going to be, if you help others, they may help you in return. Go ahead and complete the next question on this, and then head